would've crowned the city is mine, you cannot hold that. I'm not the one to go back. Meet Joe Black. Run me the keys, run me the bees, run me that flow back. What I'm saying, the top 3, I'm not number 1, how could you post that? I would've crowned the city is mine, you cannot hold that. I'm not the one to go back. Meet Joe Black. What I'm saying, people saying what's already been said. Predictions, I don't listen, it's already in my head, no funny. Your most hungry place, I was past that at 28. Underground tapes, as my ass capped in publishing states. As we slide in the G-Ride, I've been getting criticized, it's keeping me energized. Create with a business mind, I'm from where killers reside. A wild hood, only knew goons since my childhood. Say anything in they raps cause it sound good. Don't even mean what they say, horrible outlook. Y'all ain't really about this house. Y'all was in the house with it. We don't respect fake jewelry and silly outfits. Window down, blowing out great tits. New York's J. Prince on Houston Street. I caught the bounce before my even bounced the beat. I took the hard way in the man, it's the route for me. Run me the keys, run me the bees, run me that flow back. Your top 3, I'm not number 1, how could you post that? I would've crowned the city is mine, you cannot hold that. I'm not the one to go back. Meet Joe Black. Run me the keys, run me the bees, run me that flow back. Your top 3, I'm not number 1, how could you post that? I would've crowned the city is mine, you cannot hold that. I'm not the one to go back. Meet Joe Black, meet Joe Black. Why would I ever have to cop a chain again when the QB chain birthed most of the chains in the game? Why would I?
You see, it's 2 type of people in life. It's people that wake up and wish they had it. And it's people that wake up and go get it. We go get it, baby. Let's go. Photo poor, so photogenic. All I know is to go get it. Shoot my shot, now I ain't gon' miss it. All I know is to go get it. All my life I've been a go-getter. All I know is to go get it. Wake up in the morning, kiss my son, then go get it. Go get it. Go get it. Photo poor, so photogenic. All my life I've been a go-getter. Wake up in the morning, kiss my son, then go get it. Top floor, top dog, like I just signed a TDE. Gang, gang, gang. Know we all gotta eat. Up late, bills due, rent due, I ain't been asleep. Looking in the mirror, all I see is everything that I wanted to be. My city depended on me, that's on G.O.D. Grew up watching my mom become what daddy couldn't be. I ball like MLB, these Bottega boots ain't cheap. My car ain't got no key.
It's week 7 of the National Football League, and we've got a showcase of shutdown defenses. It's the Texans and the Ravens.
Getting toward the halfway point of the NFL season, week 7 is underway on EA Sports. And no run back here, so they'll bring it out to the 25. So here comes the Raider offense now onto the field. They'll be led out by the former NFL MVP, already a 2-time Pro Bowler in his 5th season out of Louisville, Lamar Jackson.
And coming off of an early season open week. And in this situation, what he told us when we sat down with him was he spent a lot of time working on fundamentals, kind of getting back to basics during that time, as opposed to having to worry about healing up or resting up. It's too early in the season. Get back to the basics, get his game going again.
Right to the air is Jackson. Sideline throw, it's complete. And a nice job there of keeping the toes inbounds. 5 yards on the game's first play, second down. Jackson. Got his man, Robbie Anderson. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. That one will go as a gain of 11. Raiders having a first down as well. To throw is Jackson. That's swung out wide to Harris. And he'll go out of bounds. It appears right at the 45. Looking to throw again on second down. Jackson got an open man. That's David Njoku, the tight end. And he will score. Touchdown, Las Vegas. Well, that's pretty impressive, Charles. It's one thing to be an elite speed wide receiver and have all that yards after the catch into the end zone from your tight end.
Yeah, you don't get that very often. What you're describing is more like a Tyreek Hill, a Devontae Adams, and Antonio Brown. You're not talking about a guy that lines up or can line up in line and look like an extra tackle on running plays. He took that bad boy downfield just like he was a scat back.
Before the game, he told me, I'm going to have a zinger or two today. And I was like, oh, a zinger or two? I guess that's a zinger, right?
That's a zinger.
Reed going to bring it out of the end zone. And he will make it back to the 15, and that's it. Good coverage there by the kick team. So out come the Texans for their opening drive. They're led out by Kirk Cousins, former Michigan State product, who's now in his 11th NFL season. They'll try and start this drive in the air. It's complete to Hopkins. And he's taken down, but not before he gets this across the 25-yard line. All right, now we go. Cousins on first down. That's caught by his tight end, Evan Ingram. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. 15 yards, the Texans pick up the first down. To throw, Cousins. And the catch made by Hopkins. And that's good for a gain of 6, and it's second down. Counting down toward the midway point in quarter one. The Texans in a very solid 4-1 here in the early part of the year. And they come in with fresh legs. They got the extra time off thanks to an early season open week.
And usually your hope is that your open week comes a little bit later in the year. But when you get a chance to get your fresh legs back, you have to take that time and run with it. And that's what they're trying to get done here.
And he's going to be taken down just shy of the 35. First carry of the game for Christian McCaffrey. And that one opened up for him well as he'll take this down to the 26-yard line. First down. Here's Cousins. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete. Once again, they'll come up on the 26-yard line, 2nd and 10. Now Cousins. Throw left side, complete to Ingram. And he'll be marked down right at the 20-yard line. This will be play number 9 of the drive here as they need 4 yards on 3rd down. To throw is Cousins. And tight coverage there. It's knocked away, incomplete. That was well played, but that's also an example of a corner who understands his coverage, realized he had support behind him, and could be a little more aggressive in the shorter zone, and did exactly that, knocking that pass away. So he's been automatic to this point of the season, and he connects on the field goal there. And what a luxury it is to have a kicker you can depend upon, partner, because he hasn't missed all year long. Converts on that one as well. And kudos to you. You didn't jinx him. After the successful field goal try, here's Boswell to send it away. Cameron Batson now from his end zone. And he'll be stopped right around where he would have been had he gone down to a knee, maybe a yard shy of there at the 24. Second drive of the game coming up for this Las Vegas offense. And they enter play here in this one on a 2-game win streak, plus they come off the open week as well. So this is a team that has a lot of things working in their favor. And nothing but green grass here, middle of the field. 30, 10. And he will score. Touchdown, Las Vegas. Well, that is a running back who is not about to go down easily. He fought his way through the contact until the C's opened up for him. Yeah, and this is one of the best runs you'll see. A lot of times on these long touchdowns, you'll say he gets into the end zone untouched, but not here. He fought his way through contact, and it barely even registered, and he just continued down the field all the way to the end zone. see the distance traveled there after the initial contact on the Next Gen Stats. On as the Raider kickoff unit now as they will send this one away. No run back here for Reed, so this will come out to the 25. So now we get set to see Houston for their second drive of the ball game. And they had a long drive last time, but they had to settle for a field goal, and I'm sure that's how it felt to them, settling. They probably should have gotten in the end zone.
Yeah, not out now joy, right? Because that's what you get when you put the ball in the end zone. But there are benefits to that type of a long drive. Your defense gets a chance to take a break, adjust a little bit, maybe get themselves ready to get back out on the field and play a little bit better. So they'll take the benefit even though they wanted the 6 points.
Maybe wore down the other defense. We'll see. From the 27, Cousins. He'll complete this deep. Now the ball comes loose, and the Raiders pick it up. And he's going to get this one to the 23-yard line. There are 2 words that we hear coaches say all of the time. One starts with a B, one starts with an S, ball security.
And they preach it. They have it up in the meeting rooms, right? You see the signs. They talk about it all the time. But still, when you got defenders out there who are preaching, hey, we're going to take the ball away from you, no matter what position you play, you've got to take care of the rock.
To the right side, he's got Cooper. It's complete. And they're going to get this down inside the 15. After one, a 14-3 ball game. Second quarter from Vegas. The homestanding Raiders with a football here, as they've got it with a 2nd and 1 coming up. Throwing is Jackson. Quick hitter here. It's complete. And the Raiders are going to have a 1st and goal coming up as the tackle made at the 3-yard line.
And remember, this drive started off following the turnover, and they've taken no time working their way down the short field. A nice connection there, and now they're looking at a 1st and goal.
They scored touchdowns on drives 1 and 2, and now they're trying to make it a perfect 3 for 3 to start. Harris. It's a loss of a yard there, and now 2nd down. A tale of 2 extremes. First carry, he went for a bundle. His second goes backward.
And how many times have we seen that happen? Because you get that big carry, and you come back, and you're all fired up, and sometimes you force a run a little bit, right? Trying to break off that big carry again, and instead, it works opposite.
Now, they'd really like to make the short field pay off. We'll see if they can, but this is 3rd and goal. They'll try and run with Harris, and this time he is in. Damian Harris, his 11th rushing touchdown on the year, as his guys have opened up a very comfortable lead. And they would not be denied on the ground, powering it in just one play after they got stopped short.
And how about how many tight ends are on the field? Because in today's NFL, we think of the tight end more as a pass catcher. For this group, they tell them you've got to be able to run block to stay on this team. And they committed to it and got it done right there.
Perky adds the extra point, and the lead is up to 18 now. On is the Raider kickoff unit now as they will send this one away. Reed going to bring it out of the end zone. And they'll be backed up to start this drive as he's taken down right around the 15. Now this offense back out and set to go for their next drive. And this, let's face it, an important drive if they're going to get back into this ballgame.
Think about going into the locker room down 21-10 as opposed to 21-3. 21-10, a little more optimism, a little more bounce around the locker room, a little more discussion about how they're going to finish this thing off. 21-3. I think discouragement clouds that locker room.
Yeah, and I think a touchdown much bigger than a field goal on this drive just to get into the end zone and get that momentum.
As usual, the hallmark of a good run defense, linebackers making plays near the line of scrimmage. Absolutely nowhere to run there.
So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10. Cousins now. In trouble here, and down he goes. Back at the 8-yard line. Brian Burns has now recorded 10 sacks on the season. CD, so often we talk about quarterbacks holding on to the ball too long. Well, we can't say that there. He had no time to do much of anything. And way up past the 35 before he's taken down. How about that? They weather the storm of a 3rd and 17 to pick up the 1st. McCaffrey running up the middle. And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up. From the 41, Cousins. On the out route, this is Adams with a catch. And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. He's up over 50 yards receiving now in this first half. It's a first down. And we've hit the 2-minute mark in this first half of action. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. Working out of the gun, Cousins. Trying to force it to Hopkins, and it's intercepted. Picked by Logan Wilson. And the Raiders will take over here as they get it up to the 43-yard line. They've got good starting field position as they come up here 1st and 10 at their own 43. After the interception, here's Jackson. He's getting Njoku over the middle. And they're going to get this to about the 44-yard line.
So many times in my career, I've heard coaches talk about completions are one thing. But as long as we're there at the catch and we get guys on the ground, we can live with that. If you're going to give up 10, 12, 15 yards after the catch, then your defense is going to...
Jackson hit, and he lost the football. And the Texans say they have it. They do.
With no running backs in the backfield to help pass protect, all the receivers in their patterns, it's going to be hot routes if they sense a blitz or pressure on the quarterback. They've got to be prepared to break routes off early and get the football. In this case, never even had a chance. They popped the ball free in the backfield.
And he's going to be taken down at about the 33. 1st and 10 here. You know, if they could just get 3 out of this, there's something about narrowing it to a 2-score game at half that makes it feel like much less of an obstacle. Cousins throw pulled in by Jefferson. And he's going to get this down near the 25. From the 25 on 2nd down, Cousins. That's going to be caught. And he doesn't quite make it, taking it within an eyelash. Dropped at the 1. This is 1st and goal and a golden chance to get a score back here before halftime. They'll try to run with McCaffrey. That's going to go as a loss of 1 on 1st down. Now a timeout taken. Perhaps a chance for one more quick play and then another timeout if they hurry. We'll see. Back at the 2 now. Here's 2nd and goal. Now Cousins. And got his man. It's caught. Touchdown, Houston. Van Jefferson in the final seconds of the first half. And the Texans are able to cut into this lead in the final seconds of the first half. Extra point put through by Boswell. And it makes the score 21-10.
Chris Boswell set to kick off.
So time enough for a kickoff here. 5 seconds remaining in this first half. And not wanting to risk anything here late in the half, he'll just take a knee and then bring the football out to the 25. And with time running down, they go down to a knee. So we have reached halftime. Message received here. No need to wait. We're going to skip halftime and get right back to the action. Here comes the 3rd quarter. And we welcome you back live now inside the booth alongside Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin, set and ready to rock for the 3rd quarter. Reed going to bring it out of the end zone. And no alley to be found. The coverage was solid, and he's dropped at the 18. And the Texans getting ready to go here to begin the 3rd quarter. This offense, Charles, had a strong first half throwing the football, at least in terms of yardage, but that hasn't translated so far on the scoreboard as they begin the third quarter here, trailing and looking for a little momentum.
Yeah, you're right about that because, let's face it, in the first half, most of their focus was in the passing game. And to their credit, resulted in a healthy amount of yardage. So I would think that at halftime, they're going to anticipate that defense loosening up a little bit to try and cover the passing lanes. They've got to get the running game going, and there should be some gaps to run through now.
On 1st and 10, Cousins. That's complete once again to Hopkins. And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down. Back-to-back receptions for him, and it's another first down. A give running left, it's McCaffrey. And a very determined run there as he'll take this all the way down to the 27. Good effort. Back-to-back nice gains. That one for 14 yards and another first. Again, they run. Again, it's McCaffrey. Down at the 25.
Well, any lane that might have been open there was closed pretty quickly, and that was because the defensive front, they won that battle at the point of attack at the line of scrimmage. They used great leverage, held their spot, and stacked him up.
12 yards there as they keep this drive rolling. It's another first down. From the red zone now, Cousins. He'll get this out right here to McCaffrey. So no gain on the play, and that'll bring up second down.
As a defense, you're more balanced when you're in zone coverage because you're able to keep your eyes on the quarterback and see the play develop in front of you. They're able to keep the quick pass in front of them and stop it right at the line of scrimmage.
A quick throw there going to be batted away and incomplete. It's been a pretty long drive. This will be play number 9, and they need 10 yards out of it on third. Now here's a look for the end zone, but that one's going to wind up incomplete. Now it's Chris Boswell off of the field goal try from the right hash, and this one just a chipping. Boswell's kick is good, and that'll make this an 8-point game. So they were facing the deficit coming out of the locker room at intermission, and at least they're able to get the field goal to cut into that deficit.
Yeah, now your offense feels pretty good about itself, right? A little bit more up to speed coming out of the break. You turn to your defense now and say, hey, we got 3 there. We're chipping into the lead. Can you help us out? Hold them. Let's get the ball back for us.
Batson not going to risk returning it, so they'll start at the 25. Now Jackson on first down. He's letting it fly for Cooks. And he's got it inside the 10. Touchdown. Brandon Cooks, halfway to 100 now with career touchdown number 50. And the Raiders are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead. Parkey with the extra point, and the lead is up to 15 now. One of the shortest drives you'll ever see. One play, 75 yards, 6 points. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. And the football going back over now to the Houston Texans. And last time they got 3 points, but it was a chip shot field goal. And when you go to the sideline after a chip shot field goal, maybe the offense not too happy.
It's a balancing act, isn't it? Because you're exactly right. They're none too pleased that they didn't punch it in for 6 points. But they also have to remember they did put points on the board.
3 points is 3 points.
And in this league, you take points when you can get them. Not easily done.
A first down throw for Cousins. It's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect. Third quarter from Southern Nevada. Here's a 2nd and 10. Up the gut, McCaffrey. And he's going to be close to a first down as he gets this to the Raiders' 44. 41 yards rushing for him now in the ball game. And now it looks like they're going to be in the hurry-up. They'll try and pick it up with McCaffrey. And he's going to have the first down at about the 38. It's a pickup of 6 and good enough to move the chains. Under a minute to go in this third quarter as they come up 1st and 10. Cousins. Toward the sideline, and look at that catch. Dragging the toes, and that's going to be a first down. Well done. So from inside the 20, here's 1st and 10 at the 18. From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. That is caught inside the 5. All right, now here we go. And the Texans are going to have a 1st and goal coming up as the tackle made at the 3-yard line. Throwing is Cousins. And that is caught. Touchdown, Texans. Davante Adams. His 11th touchdown of the year. And the Texans are able to get a score back in the final stages of this third quarter. Boswell good with the extra point. And this is back to an 8-point game. Boswell now to kick it away after the touchdown. Here's Batson now bringing it out of the end zone. And he will be taken down here on the return on what will wind up being the final play of this third quarter. 3 quarters in the books. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. The Raider offense set to get this drive started. Well, partner, coaches always say that every play is designed to score a touchdown. Sometimes that's not really true, but last drive, that was the case. One play to get into the end zone, and now they'll try to duplicate that success here.
And it's rare for those moments to happen. Incredible when they do. And you saw the celebration. Pure, unbridled joy after that.
The pickup goes for 16 and a Raider first down. First down, and they go back to Harris. And this one not going anywhere. They get him at the 44 for a gain of just a yard. The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9. Now Jackson. He gets it to Cooks. And he'll be brought down just shy of the 40.
These guys are running offense like you drive. The pedal is down, stomp down. How about that? Back-to-back completions. They are rolling.
So much for being conservative and running that football. Oh, no, he lost the football. Second time in this game, Charles, the ball is squirted out from his hands. Luckily, his teammate was there to pounce on it.
You're right. Got the lucky bounce, able to retain possession. We often talk about the combine and why do we measure quarterbacks' hands. Is that really a big deal? It's for situations like this. Do you have the hands big enough and strong enough to hold on to the football while being jostled?
Throwing now, Jackson on first down. Buying time to his left. And he can't find anywhere to go with it, and he goes down. Jawan Bentley, the one to get in and finish off the play. And on that one, the protection just broke down.
You've got to have that leverage, don't you? We always talk about low man wins in the running game for an offensive lineman versus a defensive lineman. It's essentially the same thing in pass protection. Get lower than that defensive lineman so that you can keep your balance and keep him away from your guy trying to throw the football.
Holding, offense.
He was trying to clear the way, the big fullback. Instead, he gets a hole.
And you don't see that very often on running plays from those guys because usually they're the lead blocker. Normally, when he gets caught, it's in a passing situation.
And he'll be upended at the 33 following a gain of 3. And guess what? It brings up third down. And now with 1:52 to go, we get another pause in the action. A timeout here defensively. 9th play of the drive now on 3rd and a country mile. They'll run again with Harris. And forget that 100-yard rushing game, at least for the moment, as he'll lose yardage here and fall back under the century mark for the game. The kick by Parkey is good, and that will extend their lead even further. So after 4 touchdowns in the game for this offense, this time they're forced into taking the 3.
But you did mention 4 touchdowns, right? So 4 out of 5, not too bad. I think that's a pretty good record for them.
Reed going to bring it out of the end zone. And tackled at the 21-yard line, so a net negative there of 4 yards. So Kirk Cousins in the offense. Down by 11. A minute 37 remaining. Cousins to throw it. And he lost the football. And the Raiders pick it up. And it's a huge return as he brings us all the way back down to the 15-yard line.
Well, that drive wasn't a case of wanting to put points on the board. It was needing to, having to, and they didn't get it done.
Yeah, didn't get it done, and now you look at the situation and the point differential, 2 scores, pretty much game, set, match.
How about the takeaway, though? How about those defensive guys?
This, in all probability, another run here on 2nd and 8.
A gain of 2 brings up 2nd and 8.
Harris running straight ahead. And he'll fight his way down right around the 12. And the Texans have an extra defender in the secondary now on 3rd down.
A gain of 1 yard brings up 3rd and 7.
Now it's Jackson. That's swung out wide to Harris. That he won't quite make it. He needed 6. He got about 5. 4th down. Well, CD, for the losing side, they had opportunities in this one, but big plays just didn't go their way, especially late, and they have to suffer the L here.
Certainly felt like a takeaway once it happened. It knocked the wind out of their sails, and they just couldn't get their equilibrium back.
So for Las Vegas, their strong start to the year continues as they're up to 5-1.
For me, who could be against me? I guess all of that's against me. They the ones stirring up the conflict. They try to make it out like I'm conflicted. East Coast, the 6'4's hitting switch. It's not a conflict of interest.
Cut it with the business. West Coast rocking them Timberlands, deep up in them trenches. It's no difference. Neither one play games when swinging for them fences. We want the finer things that's expensive. That hit them either close range or at a distance. If God for me, why bother? I got my game from the Godfather. Top of the food chain, rock bottom. And handle my business when it was my problem. G. Flossing with a gold chain. I got my Turkish rope with matching gold things. Bomber jacket in the winter, it's a cold game. I met some East Coast up in Spokane. Some of the realest in this dope game. I got my curly top looking like special ed. Clean fade on the side, bumping that red head. Clean tags when I ride, ducking the feds. East Coast, they get that bread. You end up dead. The West Coast, they leave that spread. And now you got calling your dread head.
If God for me, who could be against me? I guess all of that's against me. They the ones stirring up the conflict. They try to make it out like I'm conflicted.
Still trying to the riches.
East Coast, the 6'4's hitting switch. It's not a conflict of interest.
Cut it with the business. West Coast rocking them Timberlands, deep up in them trenches. It's no difference. 4th and inches. I'm finna hit a lick and handle business. I got her down. She real vicious. Rock-a-bye, baby. No witness. This is not even a conflict. You on nonsense. Got the same way in Brooklyn and Compton. But with that gang, then make a profit. On top, stay poppin'. Look, see, I was the high school slick Rick, I was styling. Fat gold chain with an African medallion. Hip-hop connoisseur and rolling 20 crippin'. Rap game real tight, freestyle was magnificent. All about the clout and all about my dividends. Them older couldn't tell me different. I need a roundaway girl to live with. Showtime at the Apollo. I'm about the bottom. Take 2